Hey guys, welcome back to Cassie's Curse, Cassandra's Curse. Let me know if you can hear me, and thank you so much for joining me today. Give me a 5 in the chat. Yeah, it's good. Okay, great. Ooh, 5 watching. Um, just wanted to say hi. Yay, one on here. Hey Chris, how are you doing, honey? How's your day going? Glad that you're joining me today. I just wanted to get on and say hi to everybody. Hey Bridget, and Crystal's here. Thank you for my rose, Bridget. I appreciate that very much. How are you doing? How's your day going, Bridget? I haven't been on this channel in a quick minute, and I wanted to talk about my attitude for gratitude, and I'll get to it in just a moment. Andres Morales, nice to see you. Chris says, Lita came to my aid. I'm thinking of her. What happened? Are you okay? And I know she's wonderful. She's really nice young lady. And I don't even think she's feeling well herself. So if she was able to do something for you, she's always putting someone else first. And that's really nice. I like that a lot. I like that about her. But let me know if you're okay too. Bridget says she's going okay, not going well, sadly. How are you? I'm doing all right. I'm hanging in there and trying to balance both channels and a Spreaker that I haven't been to in ages and videos that I'm trying to get out for you guys and things like that. But other than that, I'm doing excellent. Actually, really, really good. Thank you for enjoying the videos, Andres. I appreciate that very much. Johnny says, hi, Roasted. I was scared that they silenced you because we haven't heard from you in a while. Oh, no, I'm not silenced, but you could always reach me on Twitter at Yo-Yo Wang 13 because I'm on there, I would say more often than YouTube actually, because I don't do podcasts every single day or Spreakers or live streams. And it doesn't, some videos take longer to make than other videos. So if you're ever wondering or need an update, you can always follow me on Twitter because I'm on there. I don't know, Lita, how much am I on there? Bridget sees me on there. I see Bridget on there a lot. I feel like I check it almost every day. So I don't know. We have Voodoo in here. Nice to see you. Thank you for joining me. Okay. So, hey, Kyle, how are you doing, honey? Really quickly, my attitude for gratitude. So, what I want to talk about, I just want to talk about being grateful for things. Like, I'm grateful to have both of my channels. I never would have expected to get the amount of subscribers that I have on either of these channels. My first channel, hey, Aaron, how are you doing? My first channel maxed out at 260 subs, and it was very hard to get to 260 subs. So to have people watching the content, subscribing on their own, hopefully clicking like, leaving comments, and coming back and watching, I am really grateful for that, eternally grateful for that. I'm grateful to have people that are watching me now in the chat, coming by to say hi or say hi to their friends or be supportive and be kind to one another and be respectful to one another. I'm really, really grateful for that. I'm grateful to have 2 channels. I'm grateful for the Spreaker. I'm grateful I'm able to do live streams and converse with you guys. And I haven't not gone anywhere. I'm still here. I'm still here for you guys. I'm still here for the channels. I'm still trying to think about video ideas and certain content that we want to put out there. What else should we be grateful for? The more you're grateful for, the better your life is really going to go. It's just going to be so much easier for you. Really is. I'm talking about a hot shower, a really good, decent meal, a hot meal, good friends, good family, a good significant other, a good partner, having things in your life that make you happy. Being grateful for the next day, the start of the day, the end of the day. Being grateful that there's always somebody there to listen, it seems. That's how it's been for me. And it doesn't even have to be that way. Nobody has to even tune in or listen at all. Nobody has to give me support. Nobody has to give me grief. But there's always somebody there. And I'm grateful for that. It seems as though sometimes with a Spreaker or Stream or something you want to convey, sometimes it's easy to go negative. Sometimes it's expected. Sometimes it's a little bit too easy. So it's imperative that you guys remember that I'm thankful for you. I'm thankful for the content. I'm thankful for people getting something out of the content, the positivity, the people being kind to one another, people not misusing the hashtag and caring. And it's also just another reminder for me for all the things I have to be grateful for, which is an overabundance of things, because I'm grateful for everything, honey. I mean, really am. So, sometimes it's giving back to yourself as well. And that means everybody that's listening and the people that are in the chat, whether it be, you know, taking time for yourself daily, whether it be like, maybe you like walking or you like running or jogging. Maybe you want to take time for yourself and get your nails done or get a massage. Maybe you want to go buy yourself a brand new outfit. It doesn't have to be expensive either, because there's sales and there's coupons and discounts, and you can go and feel like a brand new person by giving back to yourself. Maybe you want to give yourself a brand new pair of shoes or the new glasses that you've needed. Or you want to say thank you to a friend that's meant something to you. And you've all have meant something to me. Uh-oh, we're already blocking people. What's going on? Okay. um, so even Kizzy Bug, you guys know Kizzy Bug, you know, the other day she made a video saying thank you to her subscribers and friends, and she just made a short video saying thank you. And sometimes that's all it takes to make other people, you know, wake up and think, wow, you know, there's so much to be thankful for. And, you know, sometimes I'll pop into a live stream, maybe different videos, bigger YouTuber or whatever, and it can get very negative, and there could be a lot of bullying and a lot of negativity. And I definitely don't agree with that. I don't ever want to be a part of that or get sucked into that. It's easy on YouTube to get sucked into that kind of world, and it's just terrible. And you never really fully convey yourself. You never fully convey why you're upset, and then acting out and saying mean things or harsh things. And it's easy to go that route. And I just want to be mindful that I'm grateful for the conversation. And I'm grateful that YouTube has kept the channels up, because the channel was down, you know, about 5 months ago, but it's still here. And I'm very thankful for that. I think that's awesome. So, Creative J, thank you for using the hashtag the correct way. I sometimes go around, I see people misusing the hashtag. And I can't do anything about that, but I'm appreciative of people that do use it the correct way. There isn't any reason to misuse it. And Crystal, Nestle, Jax is a subsidiary of Nestle. The company owns it. So they take all the complaints direct. Hi, Knight Rider. How are you doing? Miss Nightmare Cat L. I'm a fan now. I subscribe to you. Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate that very, very much. That song sounds familiar. That sounds like who did that? Who redid that song? I'm not sure. So maybe you guys in the chat want to discuss what you're thankful for, because I know it's not always going easy for some of you, especially. But if you can remember that you have things to be thankful for, you know, it's always a good thing. It really is. Kyle says your latest content has been very hard hitting on the old man. I never knew he peddled such snake oil BS. Yeah, I saw you leave that comment about the snake oil, and I thought, well, that's actually a really good way of putting it, because that kind of is what's going on. Now, not that this is a problem for anybody else. It seems to be a problem for me. I just can't get the videos out fast enough. So there's like so many other videos to show you, so many other things to tell you. I could just only hope that you guys stick around and, be mindful of the content, take it into consideration, and be mindful that I don't hate anybody in regards to who I'm speaking of or the content just because I disagree. Or maybe, someone in the family lied and it didn't, it's not fair. It's not fair to go around and lie to cover up for things. And so just, yeah, thank you for watching the content and everything like that. I'm very thankful for that. Chris got a new cat. Awesome. What's your cat's name? RBG Studios Vlogs. I'm always going to say it slow, just like that. I will always say it just like that because I get the letters mixed up. I want to say RGB, but it's RBG. So get it right, or don't say it at all. Roasted Studios. Okay. How are you guys doing? I'm doing excellent. I feel good. I feel positive. I feel strong. I feel like doing a Spreaker after this and maybe dropping it tomorrow. Definitely, because there's other things I want to tell you guys and let you know and kind of arm you almost, especially if you're going to be on YouTube. There's some things you should know. And actually, I could say the things and not mention anybody at all. And you'll know exactly who they apply to or for because it's going to be based on your perspective and what's happening to you and what channels you go to and who you hang out with and who's your friend and all these things. So I think I think I'll be dropping a Spreaker. But be mindful, I'm in the middle of a 4-parter. I just stopped at 2. I dropped a phone call for you guys, and I still have 2 more parts to do. So I haven't dropped them or forgot about them. Don't worry, I will get to them. Creative J says he asked someone in that family last night, what about the abuse the old man did, and he blocked him on the stream. Nobody wants to answer. Right. Okay. Well, that's a shame, but to be expected. Why? Why do you think? I'll tell you what I think. It's just an opinion. I don't know. In my opinion, they don't want to first of all, they're building a case against me, right? Because abusers can't take accountability and they have to play the victim. So they're building a case. So by the time they do address it, I believe they're just going to attack me. That's one way that I feel. And I really wish I wouldn't feel that way or it would be that way, but that's kind of how I see it going. Another thing is they don't want to acknowledge it because they don't have to. They still have people watching them. They still have people buying their merchandise. They still have a bunch of people clicking the like button. So why acknowledge something that you don't have to? But mind you, they acknowledged it first long a time ago because they're the ones that exposed it, right? Right. So, but in staying silent about it, they're compromising themselves as people, I feel. Even people that you maybe like on the show or that seem likable or nice or kind, or they're the quiet ones, like, the princess's dad. He blocks you and then it compromises him and you're thinking, oh, he's not going to speak out about this child abuse. He's not going to talk about it. And by the time they do, they're probably just going to attack and maybe never address it. I really don't know. I'm sure they just don't want it talked about or getting out there. Mind you, they already exposed it. So what is it? Is it they don't want you placing value on it because they exposed it, right? So it's already exposed. They just don't want you caring to the point where you hold them accountable for anything. So all they could do was just block. And at some point, if more people pour in, there's going to be blocking a bunch of people. And then, they just don't want the story to get bigger and bigger and bigger. That's what I imagine. Her name is Lucy. Aw, that sounds so cute. Okay, hang on. I got to go back here. Kyle says there's so many lies he told towards the audience. If he was honest, he would have small shred of respect from his audience. Yeah. Yes, it is, RBG. It is. It is a little tongue twister there. Steve Henderson, what's up? What's up? What's up? How's your day going? 10 months old. Sounds very cute. Kyle says being positive is motivation. Yeah, I encourage everybody to try to be more positive. It's not, like I said, it's not something that's easily handed to everybody or it's necessarily the easiest thing to do online on YouTube when bullying is just rampant. It just goes crazy. But yeah, try to stay positive and motivate yourselves and stay true to your content and do your own thing. It doesn't matter what anybody else has to say. Can't wait to watch this video. Have to say you did a fantastic job on the thumbnail. I was laughing out loud. So good. Oh, someone else liked the thumbnail. Awesome. Very cool. Hang on, I gotta go back here. Kyle says, Creative J, they never want to admit the abuse. They blocked any criticism in their Monopoly. But they already admitted the abuse. That's how we talk about it, is because they exposed it with all their stories and all their footage. So somehow they conveniently, somehow people got convinced that this never existed and it's being exposed just now, but they exposed it. We're just talking about it. We're just having a conversation about the footage they put out there. And you're absolutely correct. They don't seem to like the criticism as much. Who is this? This person? I don't know what you're saying there, but please watch what you're saying. Crystal, I have no idea. It seems that some people are just going to go around and misuse the hashtag anyways, with All Abuse Matters, so it doesn't matter to me. I can only stay true to myself and what comes out of my mouth and what I say and what I do. And that's why I have even children that come to the channel and don't know the people you're talking about or have judged the channel over. And they find so much meaning and value in the channel, are actually speaking out about the channel now. They're not worried about who they dislike that is supporting the hashtag. It's a complete and utter waste of time. But then again, even though I said that, it's going to continue again tomorrow. The bullying will persist again tomorrow with the channels that, that I see people misusing my hashtag in. Not anything I could do about it, and I could care less. So anyways, who's your mom, Chris? Who's his mom? Big hello to Chris Peck's mom. Yeah, you have to do what you feel comfortable. Good way to put it, Bridget. Hey, Jennifer, nice to see you too. Yeah, it's like you don't go live for a day and like it's like a week. It seems like a day and it's like, oh, I haven't been live for a week. It's just unbelievable. It goes by really, really fast. I want to remind you guys that I'm here and I'm doing the best that I can. And there's a drama community and I don't want to be anything, I don't want to have anything to do with it. So if you're a part of that drama community or if you want to bring that drama here, it's not welcome here. I don't want any of that here. So good. I'm glad we all know that. Good. Kyle says the thumbnail of the Nestle video was accurate and hilarious. Oh yeah. He packages his content in poop because he knows it gets like over 500,000 views. People tune in to see him poop. So I just thought, well, what about just, the thumbnail just poop splattered all over it? He has 10 poo-related videos. Yes, he does. And he has a really old one that's not supposed to be poo-related, but he's walking around and it has the stain in the pants area, in the part. So maybe that's initially where it came from. I have no idea. I don't know. But poop sells. People click on poop to see what's going on. But then again, Nestle's a decently sized corporation that needs to know, in my opinion, what's going on, especially if they're going to be sending free product through Jack's Pizza. don't worry about the drama community or anything like that. It doesn't, you know, let's try to stay productive and positive. You know, what are you guys working on with your channels? How's your lives going? How is your health? Because that's another thing. You got to be grateful for your health because you can't do anything. You really can't do anything without being healthy or without your health or feeling good. So I know some of you have been down and feeling sick, so I apologize about that. I hope you all feel better. Thank you, Andre. Thank you for using the hashtag the correct way. I appreciate that very much. Because the hashtag's about abuse, right? It's about lies, manipulation, neglect, child abuse. It's about racism. It's about homophobia. It's about a lot of different things. And all those things affect everybody, I believe. A lot of the things we're talking about, especially abuse, it affects everybody. Aaron says not only are people misusing the hashtag, people are making troll accounts of your supporters. Yeah, they will. Nothing you could do about it. And then you just, you know, wish the person that's putting all that hard work well, and then keep going. Keep going with what you're doing. Thank you, Kyle. I know you're here for What About the Abuse. I appreciate that very much. Yeah, there's just so much drama. And you see it on Twitter. You see it on YouTube. Maybe you see it on some of your Facebooks. And it's just kind of like a drain. It's a drainer. It's draining. It's a waste of time. It's not productive. People so easily, I see adults bullying other people, bullying other adults, bullying children. And it's not something that I won't even watch those channels or I'm not going to be a part of that. I'm not going to watch those channels. Creative J says, yeah, I just lost a friend 41 years old to bone cancer. Oh my gosh. See, now that's real life. There's something to care about. I'm very sorry that that happened to you. I'm sorry that your friend's gone. I think you're following me on Twitter. If you need anything, you know, reach out to me on Twitter, Creative J. It's just best to be honest and talk on what you're comfortable with talking about. Absolutely. I'm a live streaming channel. Yeah, Chris, I popped in there. I clicked the like button for you. You got a little audience growing over there that loves you. That's awesome. I really like that. Steve says admitting to the abuse would make YouTube and lots of other channels look bad for supporting it and allowing it to happen for so many years, over 8 years, I think. Yeah, that's true. I know. Right. Yeah. But, you know, nobody really has to mention it or talk about it or watch the channels at all. People seem to be doing it, but they don't have to. Kyle says, I'm debating of uploading onto this channel. It's still a work in progress. Yeah, you should upload on your channel. Hey, don't give up. Nice to see you. Doing excellent. Hope you're doing excellent too. I feel good. I feel strong. I feel like I'm on the right track. And I feel like making more videos. And I might do a Spreaker tomorrow on the regular channel, Rosa Studios. So make sure you stick around for that because I think I'm going to be dropping a Spreaker tomorrow. And then I still have to finish part 3 and part 4 of that 4-parter that I was working on. Hello, Dee Dee. Nice to see you. Oh my goodness. Don't give up. Your friend has liver cancer. I'm so sorry. Wow. You know, it's like we're doing a stream about, you know, having an attitude for gratitude. And it's like you have to remember people that are living right now with cancer, like your friend. And it makes you think, wow, I don't have anything to complain about, you know? I seen some bullying online today. I get bullied a lot or get threatened, and it is in no way of comparison of what your friend's going through or what anybody's going through. that has to deal with these real life issues that are so hurtful. That's why I don't want anyone internalizing bullying online, because you don't have to watch it or be a part of it. And you don't have to believe it. But you literally don't have to sit there and watch it. So definitely get back to your real lives and place most importance and value on that, and not on other people who are going to be abusive towards you, who will always be abusive. They'll never change. Bridget says she's stressed out too because she has to get her Medicaid back, or she's going to be screwed without her medications that she needs. Take it one day at a time and do what you need to do to get it back. And try not to stress yourself out too much with things that you can't control, like their deadlines, their hangups, them not giving it to you the right time, the right date. Maybe they're fumbling around with the paperwork. Stay calm, do what you have to do, take it one day at a time to get what you need, because you're very important and you need to get your medicines. Stacy says all you can do is keep on going. People are strange and they are going to do what they're going to do. Jennifer says, sorry to hear that, Ralph. Hope you can beat it. Yeah, absolutely. Definitely, Ralph. I wish your friend the best. I really do. Well, Crystal, maybe you can hashtag it up, and I don't know, or start your own hashtag, or, make videos or talk about things that are important to you that you want to convey to your audience. And yeah, that would be great. Don't give up. I'm so sorry to hear that. Very sorry to hear that. Oh, is that, okay. Yeah, I hope everyone's doing okay with the hurricane. Dee Dee says, been a while, Roasted. Nice to see you. Dee Dee, I don't know. I don't recall this account. Thank you for using the hashtag. Nice to see you too. Kyle says, Roasted Studios, is YouTube allowing you to live stream on your main channel yet? No, they're not. We have about, like 2 more months to go or something? Probably about 2 more months to go so I could stream. All because I uploaded the Vimeo video, which has all their own footage that's spread out on their channels, which they profited off of in some manner. And I made a video raising awareness for it, left the child abuse number, asked people to share it if they felt it was important to them, or if they knew of somebody that would care, send it along. And I got the strike. They upheld the strike, but then nobody spoke to us afterwards about the strike in regards to the double standard or why it's still there or if it's legitimate. And normally we do have people that are able to speak with us, and now we're not. They just ignore us completely. I'm not sure if they were given some legal paperwork to be silent. I have no idea what's going on, but they won't re-review the video. Chris says he was attacked in his live stream. Yeah, it happens. That's part of live streaming. That's part of YouTube. And the more the more you react to it, the more it's going to happen, and you're giving the people that are attacking you what they want. Period. So, just kind of take it with a grain of salt. Keep going. Which one is Chris's mom? YouTube's wrong for doing that. I think the video should be up, but I think if the video stays up, there's going to be a lot of, I don't know, maybe the story would get exposed. I had somebody that I sent the video to, and because it seemed like they were causing a distraction, not mentioning the abuse, going with the distraction stories. So I showed the video to her, and she said, come back when you have concrete evidence, which to me means she thinks there's no abuse. Not that there's any staged abuse, not that there's real abuse. but that there's no concrete evidence for any abuse whatsoever at all. And I can't have a conversation with someone that's delusional. And I can't have a conversation like that with somebody who's going to lie and not be forthright and just give their honest opinion. So I'm thankful for people that spoke out, for people that say things. I know Savage is not able to because she's, kind of legally silenced over there a bit. But she would be saying things. She would be saying things. Cowpote's spoken out. I thank him for doing that. Don't Give Up and Bridget and Kizzybug and Lita and Howard and just people that are speaking up and trying to get the hashtag out there and that take it seriously. I'm really appreciative for you guys. I really, really, really am. Oh, wow, Kyle. I'm really sorry to hear that. See, you guys have so much going on in your lives. Let me ask you this, because you guys are sharing some really, really personal things. Is it harder for you guys to get to a place of gratitude? Do you always have it there? You always still feel gratitude? Do you have hope in your lives when things like this are going on? Because I know you all separately are going through some really hard things. What do you do to get by? And what can you share to help somebody else that you see in the chat or that maybe come by the video or live stream that may need your advice or may need your help? What would you say? What would you do? Stacy is Chris's mom. Okay. Nice to see you, Stacy. Yeah, I know. It's pretty sad. Don't give up. He was attacked for speaking. I seen, yeah. But attacked how? Well, attacked how? I seen how you were attacked. They hit up your dislike bar. They hit up your comments. Did they ever attack your opinion? Did they ever refute your opinion? Did they ever give an opinion of themselves or of how they feel about the abuse themselves? No? Then I guess they don't have a leg to stand on. I guess they don't have an opinion, or they're trying to hide it through bullying, and they're actually staying silent about their opinion while trying to maybe cover up for abuse. I don't know. There's really no reason at this point to not have a conversation about any of this. So I reach out to anybody in regards to that. Anybody in the monopoly, anybody in the family, anybody on a channel who disagrees. There's absolutely at this point no reason not to have a conversation about what's going on. We've seen unequivocal child abuse in the flying truck video. There's unequivocal abuse in there. I have shown it. So, and there's a lot of other videos where people would say, oh yeah, that's unequivocal abuse as well. Or, oh, there's another abuse story where it's, that clearly happened, or it's a part of their childhood, or there's dysfunctional family. And so there's definitely a bunch of things they exposed a long time ago, and even up until just last year. There's things that they've exposed, stories, video footage, audio, interviews, and it's just spread out amongst all these channels. And my channel's bringing them all together so you could see them. And some people don't like that, but you can't take away the opinions of the audience or their right to have an opinion. There's people that can lie about it or manipulate it, which has been going on, and I'll talk about that in possibly another live stream or Spreaker. But it never changes the inevitable truth, which is everything that you're seeing on the channel, or the opinions that I have, which seem to be bothering certain people so much. Uh-oh, sorry, I lost myself in the chat. Gotta give me a second here. Thank you for your support, Bridget, and everybody else who's been supportive of this channel, my other channel, and who you guys stick around and watch the videos. I mean, it's awesome. Couldn't ask for anything more. Lita says, I smile and think positive thoughts. That's how it's got to be. It really does, because there's going to be a sea of negativity. There's been a sea of negativity. You just got to remind yourselves to be grateful for something, because and that's another reason that I'm doing this stream. It's like you guys come in and you guys have so much going on in your lives, and I have people coming in and talking about, family members and friends that have cancer or don't feel like living, or maybe they feel suicidal. And um, I have absolutely no reason to not be grateful for anything that I have. I feel grateful. I feel eternally grateful for everything I have. And if you and your family, your friends, someone that's suffering, I'm really, really sorry for that. I take that very seriously. I really do. Thank you for doing that, Bridget. We appreciate that. Yeah, it's kind of hard. It's hard to find trying to be thankful for things and grateful when you're going through such extremes, and you're going through life issues and problems and things that bring you down. But just remember, there's light at the end of the tunnel, and you just trying to do your best, you know. And remember, there is always something to be grateful for. That's how I think there's always something to be grateful for. You know, you got to find what it is. Crystal says she's so grateful for her son. She couldn't fight without him, and he makes her a better person. She volunteers and donates to causes because of him. Good. Awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, we will be talking a lot about narcissism on my other channel and this channel. And, it's the content is negative, right? We're talking about abuse, we're talking about narcissism and this and that. And we are going to be talking about those things. Those things are pretty blatant and clear with the people that we're talking about, the individuals. But it doesn't mean that I hate these people. So I wish they would stop getting away with using that as an excuse, because it's a poor excuse. We use these terms because they are the terms that we can use to describe what's going on and describe the behaviors and describe these how these individuals have utilized their platforms or misused their platforms. So yeah, but I need to remind my audience of that. Like, I really don't hate any of these people. I know I've had people in the family come over and bully me, and that wasn't nice, but I still support them. I still want to see them succeed. I still value their stories and the struggle they've had, and the fact that I go through this footage and you make these videos, and I know it's very personal for them, and they put it all out there. And so the videos they do see very same, the content is very personal, and that people are able to get something out of it. And I feel, again, very grateful for that, for the conversation. This is mom's first time here. What are we all about? Well, what about the abuse is pointing out exploitation and abuse, domestic violence and child abuse, manipulation of the audience, lies, blatant lies to the audience, and a lot of bullying on YouTube for profit in certain channels that has a lot of footage that that I've been able to kind of make my own content out, make my own videos to kind of show you guys what I want you guys to see as being harmful and dangerous. And all these things are. All these things are really harmful and dangerous, because it leads to violence, it leads to suicide, it leads to hate, leads to murder, leads to especially when we're talking about, the homophobia and racism and even child abuse, right? Some kids don't make it. Even child neglect. A lot of situations with domestic violence. So we're pointing out things that have been uploaded. All these things have been uploaded as when it's real and people are really getting hurt. We're not talking about stand-up comedy hour over here where people are writing jokes or things like. We're talking about a real old man who was an alcoholic abuser, who really abused his family. We're talking about real scapegoating and gaslighting and manipulations and narcissistic supply and narcissism and just anything and everything that comes with it. We're talking about all these things because it's very, very dangerous and harmful to one another, to each other, our society, to children, you know. Kind of do the live stream on Facebook. A lot of different groups. I've been harassed and bullied, but they're easy to delete. Yeah, that's another thing. If you guys don't feel comfortable with certain things that are on your channel, that's your right to have on your channel or to not have on your channel. If you get something that's harassing or threatening, you could always report it. You could always say, please don't do that, or just block it, delete it. I don't know. John Cena. Why does that name sound so familiar? Is that the big buff guy? Oh, the big buff guy. Yeah, the big buff guy. He seems really down to earth, that guy. He seems pretty nice. He was narcissistic. Yes, yes. Right, said, you've never said you hated anybody. There are many words in your mouth. Well, I think they want me to hate them. That's what it feels like. I don't think anyone's gonna be joyous about the child abuse or the women and the children crying and all the content that, was put out as entertainment, which you're able to say, well, that is not entertainment. Or, yeah, that's really, really funny. I haven't seen anybody use all this content and put it together and laugh and say why it's funny other than D-Crack. And even then, it's off because you see him laughing at things that aren't funny and you see him ignoring actual abuse and the actual narcissistic abuser. But I encourage you guys, with the videos that you see, you may start to grow a huge disdain for the things that you're seeing, for the content, for the things that are being expressed, for the things that people have gotten away with. But I encourage you and remind you to not hold the hate in your heart or hold it with you throughout the day or hold it at all, because it's not yours to hold on to. You can be as critical of the material as you want. And it's almost like when you start to hate something, you've given that person a piece of yourself and you've given them the right and the license to control your own emotions and your own feelings. And what is the abuser going to do with that? Well, they're going to run rampant all over it. So you don't allow it to happen. You don't allow it to happen, ever. Kyle says he's grateful the years of harassment have come to an end for him. Oh, yeah, absolutely. If you were being harassed and you're not being harassed anymore, then that's an upgrade. I'm happy that you're not being harassed or sounds like scapegoated anymore. What's up, Savage Libra? RBG Studios vlog says, I'm sorry, I know I just got here like 30 minutes ago, but I'm still being tired from work. Think I'm going to call it here. I enjoy it. Tune in. Have a great rest of your night and stream. Thank you so much. You guys check out his video and check out his channel and check out his video, The Elephant in the Room. It's excellent. Or sorry, The Elephant in the Room. The Elephant on YouTube. Check out The Elephant on YouTube. Yes. And it's nice seeing you. Crystal says, will I do any more videos like Web of Lies? Web of Lies, Web of Lies, Web of Lies. Web of Deceit, yeah. Well, I have more videos that I want to be doing. I don't want to give too much away, but there'll be more videos that are Web of Deceit-esque, like, yeah, a few here and there. It's it's like, what do I do now? Well, I know I got to do like the next, the third installment of this, these videos that I'm making, but literally there's like, it really is like, what's next? Because I have like 20 things to choose from. So my channel is random. You got to know that. You really never know what's going to come next because all the videos they're not in order. And so there's so much to do. Yes, sometimes there's leads that just happen upon and they just come up and it's like I have videos from when's that from? When did I write that? Okay. I have some video ideas from like a year ago that I still haven't done. And then I have some that I just came up with a week ago that we just did. So it's a mixed bag. And I thank you for tuning in because some people like certain videos more than other ones, but it's just a mix. I don't even know. It all depends. And literally, and I've told you guys this before, it seems like anything I click on has something in it that's worth talking about or questioning or saying, wait a second, that doesn't seem right. It literally seems like every single video. So it hasn't been hard making these videos at all, other than the fact they're so time consuming. And I don't want to make, I want to make them as best as I can. I mean, I'm doing the best I can, Bridget says, Chris, they're all narcissistic people in that family and group, and they are all manipulated by the price of money that they get for keeping their mouths shut and to continue with not letting anyone keep going with whatever they want for their almighty dollar. Yes, I've been dealing with a few narcissistic people as of late because I believe the old man was narcissistic, Pickle Boy is narcissistic, and the person that was trolling me is a huge narcissist. So, okay, Jennifer's still here. Crystal says it's too bad the old man's abuse couldn't have made those kids stronger. What do you mean? Because I don't know that abuse makes people strong, especially abusing people. That's not going to make you strong. Are you talking about resilient? You wish they could have been more resilient after the abuse? Or I'm not sure where you're going with that. Instill compliance and discipline, not meant to make you strong. Right. Well, right. Yeah. That's what like beatings are for, right? It's like, oh, I'm going to beat you and then you're going to respect me and you're never going to do that again. Yet people that beat their kids never just beat them once, it seems. So I guess that doesn't work. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. It breeds resentment, I'm sure. Okay. Kyle King, hashtag what about the abuse? Hashtag stop the abuse. Thank you very much. Bridget says parent alienation is child abuse. My only child and I are victims of parent alienation. I'm going through so much right now. It's so difficult to be going through so much at once. I know. And you're so strong too. And you stay so positive on Twitter. Like you are one of the most positive people I know on here. So just, keep the positivity. Stay true to what you know is true. Because if your ex is that, manipulative and abusive, he's going to want to try to pull you into his reality as he's like you're doing with your daughter. Just make sure you always stay outside of it and you keep an eye from him from far away with what he's doing because you're right on top of it. So. Oh, good. That sounds good. John Cena. That's awesome. Yeah, I knew he seemed nice. He seemed really down to earth. Kyle says, hang in there, Bridget. There's always light at the end of the tunnel. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, he's funny too. John Cena's kind of funny too. Yeah, you guys, Bridget has a GoFundMe here if you want to. Well, let me read what you put. GoFundMe campaign that I haven't been able to get any help with, which is disheartening because of seeing the disturbing, what that I've seen. And yeah, I know. I know, Bridget. Hang in there. Just hang in, hang in, hang in. This is very honest. It's Crystal. Because when we talk honesty, things aren't black and white, right? There's always this gray area and you got to explain things. So Crystal, thank you for explaining this. Crystal says she used to laugh at it, but she's an abuse survivor and it was normal for her. And she thought some of it was fake too. I think that sounds normal. That's a fair assessment. You're not the only person that has that assessment. There's people that have different assessments. Michael Fairfax's wife thinks it's all fake. And she said Married with Children. Mind you, I don't remember any Married with Children episodes like that, right? And then a lot of people have Crystal's perspective. And there's a lot of people that have everything in between. So I validate that perspective and I appreciate you sharing that. Stacy says it's a power trip for an abuser. Oh my gosh. Yes, yes. I'm going to be talking about some things in regards to narcissistic abuse in my next Spreaker. So if you guys are interested in learning more about narcissistic abuse and how to thwart that abuse away from you and thwart yourself away from that narcissistic abuser, stay tuned for my next Spreaker on the regular channel, Roasted Studios. I'll be doing a Spreaker on that, and maybe it'll help somebody. I don't know. Yeah, it's an interesting thing, Bridget. Bridget says she's been beaten by her mom as a child for nothing. Mind you, there's no reason to beat anyways. You know what I mean? Let's say you did the worst thing, and let's say you did something real bad, and you're a kid. There's always another way to punish you without physically harming you, or mentally harming you, or scarring you, or making you feel worthless or bad about yourself, or suicidal, or feel like you want to mutilate your body. And there's always another way to go about it. And it just seems like if you're angry and you're a parent, you have to know when to walk away and give yourself time so you can come back to the punishment and you're not abusing because you're out of anger. Because when you're angry, people, abusers hit harder and they hit more often and they justify it. And there's no justification for it whatsoever at all, period. When a biological dad that had to act sad, I'm a good actor. It's never sad. Chris says he was never sad that his biological father passed away. Why was that? Because I know you have a reason. I know there's a reason you feel this way. Bridget, if you want to send that to me again on Twitter, you could tweet it to me. And when I get on Twitter next, I'll retweet it out again for you. Kyle says in Pickle Boy's newest video, he says he can hear the old man's ghost. At this point, he's trying to revive the brand. Yeah, there's a lot of different channels. I think that I've been doing the ghost box or talk about ghosts, and some people believe in ghosts, some people don't. So it's one of those things that could be used as content. But also, for someone who doesn't mind manipulating the audience, I mean, that's a really easy route to go too. A narcissist is a very manipulative person that is going to abuse and misuse their trust. They love, admiration and adulation. They like blaming other people. I mean, we're just gonna have to make a video on it, basically. Why and how can we do that? Because there's enough video proof. There's enough video evidence of it out there. Somebody just really cares about themselves and can even convince you to think less of yourself, or convince you or a child to dislike somebody else, like what Bridget's having to go through. Bridget LW, My Journey Called Life, what she's having to go through right now. Lita says she got beat up by her mother too, and when she stood up for herself, she twisted it into she was a horrible, bratty child towards everyone. Oh, yeah, Lita's been through a lot. So Lita could see an abuser a mile away, period. Chris says his biological father was a heartless piece of garbage. You guys are all such nice people. What do you do? What do you do to give back to yourselves? Please let me know that you give back to yourself in some manner, like I was talking about earlier, whether it be, a nice meal, treating yourself, taking yourself out. If you like to read, maybe it means going to the library and staying there for a few hours. Maybe there's a sport that you enjoy. Maybe there's something you like to watch on television or something of that. Oh my goodness. Is that the real one? Can someone check that? But anyways, what do you guys do for yourselves? What do you do for yourselves to give back to yourself? And instill that gratitude, huh? I know it's a fake. And instill the gratitude. Steve says narcissists can't take criticism like someone we all know. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. They're never wrong. They can never take any accountability. It's what I'm dealing with the person that's outwardly stalked me, harassed me, and trolled me online. Huge narcissist, a huge abuser. And then same with Pickle Boy and the old man. Not saying I hate any of those people, just trying to explain what's going on. Stacy says the sad thing was with his dad, when he realized he couldn't get to me, he pulled the same crap with him. With what, another family member? Yeah, because that'll happen. And those dysfunctional family roles, they are very fluid. They could change at any time. Because we talk about the daughter being the scapegoat and then the scapegoated brother, but the daughter in New York was the scapegoat at one point too. If you listen to one of her abuse stories called The Runaway, she has like 3 people coming at her in that story. So it could change, it changes. Kyle says his famous quote is, "Look what you did," whenever he destroyed something. Are you talking about the old man? Oh, he would always blame someone else. Yeah, he would. It was hard for him to take accountability for getting so angry that he broke something. And mind you, I got to tell you this, the scapegoated brother, I seen him break something online too last year. He was upset about the girl that was trolling him. That was in my, what's the video called? Does something surprising for a disabled fan video. There was a girl in there trolling the scapegoated brother really bad last year. And he just went like, he just couldn't handle it. And at some point, she sent him something, which is really scary. And he opened it up and it was like a glass mug. And he opened it up online on a live stream and he straight up took it and he threw it and he broke it. And I was thinking, oh my gosh, just everything I've seen just adds up to these abusers. The fact he has PTSD, can't control his anger. Right. Yes, exactly. I'll quote Tyndall. Tyndall. Y'all know Tyndall? No? Okay, I guess it doesn't matter. Tyndall. Tyndall said, here I go. What did he say? No, he said something else. I can't even. No, no, no. Give me 1 second, you guys. Oh yeah. He said if you know what to look for. I don't think he was talking about this, but wink, wink, hint, hint. Maybe he was. Who knows? He said if you know what to look for, then I guess these videos are going to come a little more easily. So if you know anything abuse related, you can click on any one of these videos and you're going to see something. And if you could hold out being bullied, threatened, and harassed and stalked online, then maybe you too could have a channel like mine. You could be as lucky as I am over here. Jennifer says a lot of people in that family throw things. The old man was not a good role model for his kids or grandkids. I agree. Not trying to, me and Jennifer aren't trying to be mean here. It's, we just see that that's a behavior that's not okay. Absolutely. And here's another thing. If I was someone in the monopoly, I've had someone do this to me before. Someone in a troll account, like what just happened, rolled in and they pretended it was that person. So could you imagine right now if I was on this live stream ripping into that person and we never really fully look and check and see that it's that account? Do you think that's permissible? Because that's happened in one of the Monopoly members' chats a couple weeks ago. They just pretended to argue. They didn't pretend to argue. They were arguing and saying a lot of mean, nasty things about my channel and me. And they pretended that the troll account was me. But everybody knows all you got to do is just click and check the channel. So that's another dead giveaway that that's someone in the monopoly that manipulates and lies to everybody that follows him. Who's that person? It doesn't matter. I'll mention him. We'll have double the subs tomorrow. So we'll never mention him ever again, actually. Ooh, Kyle works as a landscaper to give back to himself and his wallet. Oh, that's very good work there. It's awesome. You have to be talented to do that. You have to have you have to make something that's like aesthetically pleasing, right, to the eye, and that looks good, and something that somebody's going to want to pay for. And it is hard work too. That's really hard work, huh? What? Yeah, oh, definitely. Very hard work. There's Bridget's GoFundMe if you guys want to check that out. Jenna, oh wait, am I behind here? Here. I'm behind again. Your mom has a good heart. She has 3 cats. Oh, it's very cute. Very sweet. Right. Jennifer says we're just pointing out this bad behavior. Yeah, absolutely. Jennifer says that's so dumb. It takes a second to check the channel. Right. But there seems to be some kind of desperation going on because the person went for it, even knowing that we could all at the end of the day go, wait a second, why'd you do that? That doesn't make you look good. But it doesn't matter because he still has support. He still has people that watch him, support him. And he's actually a bit of an abuser, narcissist online as well. So, but I'm not going to give him the reaction or give him what he wants or give them what they want ever again. Ever again. Bridget said she used to self-mutilate when she was a young teen, did not feel the pain of being called every name in the book and then some. Ugh. That's terrible. To not feel the pain of being called every name in the book and then some. Was this a problem that you had at school as well, or was it just at home? Kyle says, yes, you have to have precise craftsmanship. Oh, I know it. I've seen a lot of nice landscaped homes, and it looks like a lot of hard work. And you have to have a vision. You have to envision something. Best to just ignore them and never mention them. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I think I'm just going to stick with my content and talking about, exposing narcissism and abusers and exploitation. And I'm just going to immerse myself in my content. There are other things that go along with that I have to tell you guys about. And it's going to be, you're going to be here. You've already heard or may hear drama about my channel or me amongst Monopoly. And all they could do is just talk or make things up and never show anything and never address the abuse. But we already all know that. So I guess I'll just continue with the channel. I guess I'll just keep going. Lewis, hello, how are you doing? Kyle says, ignore the hatred. Yeah, I am. I'm going to ignore it. I'm going to ignore it. And if I have time when I get off this live stream, if it's not too late, it's already late, but if it's not too late, then I can maybe get a Spreaker out for you guys on my regular channel for tomorrow. So stay tuned because I want to do a Spreaker for you guys, and I want to show you guys some tips because I've been dealing with a lot of narcissistic abuse online. And maybe you've been dealing with that too. I know a lot of you have, especially in the chat. So what do we do with all that? Well, stay tuned for my Spreaker. So I'm going to give you guys some suggestions. I think that'll really help out a lot. And then at the end of the day, you're going to be feeling good about yourself. You're not going to be going away with having heard a mouthful of bullying or things that aren't constructive or things that don't have anything to do with you or that only serve to poke at you and just to keep poking at you and poking at you until you give the abuser, the narcissist, a reaction that they don't deserve. So may we never do that ever again. Hey, Kizzy Bug's in here. She says, best to stay focused and stay the course. Absolutely. That's what I intend. That's what I intend to do. Thank you very much. KCD Doc Steve is in here. Hello, hello. You guys are definitely going to want to check her channel out. She's a very nice lady. Show her some love. Check out Kizzy Bug. Bam. Got another moderator in here. Bridget says, I did get bullied in school for getting molested, and the kids that bullied her witnessed the molestation. Oh my goodness. Wow. Did any of the office staff or the teachers or did anybody know about this and just not help? They see and not say anything? Because I think there's an obligation to say something. You're obligated to say something. If you see someone being hurt, if you see a child being hurt, if you see people being tortured mentally and or otherwise, to include bullying for no reason, not that there's any reason, you're obligated to say something. You have to say something. And if you're not saying something, you just might be being manipulated by someone that you consider to be a friend who doesn't consider you to be a friend at all. They're just using you because they need to feel that as if that they're so important that maybe they're even famous. We've got some delusional people in the community that think that. But anyways, that's the story for a Spreaker. But with no names, of course, because there's no reason to mention any names. Jennifer says, looking forward to the Spreaker. She has a lot of experience with narcissists. Her dad is one. Oh, I'm so sorry. It's so disheartening how much money people throw at others that are constantly bullying. Yeah, some people can do a stream and they can have their super chat on and they could be going crazy doing the bullying, and really be hurting other people and getting money to do it. But then again, that's also what Pickle Boy did, right? We see children being bullied in these episodes. We see women being bullied. We see the sister being bullied. We see family members in there being bullied or abused or threatened with knives. And the person gets money and they become famous for it. And then when somebody in the audience says, hey, that wasn't right, they start a smear campaign against you and just start lying against your channel while never addressing the abuse. That's what's been going on with me. Chris says, hey, Casey, you've helped me out so much. Yeah, you'll notice if you go to certain channels that are in this chat right now or that support the channel, there's a lot of awesome channels that could be helping you right now. That could be helping you. That could lift you up. That could be reminders of you to have peace, health, and happiness in your life. Have the attitude for gratitude. Be grateful for just the smallest of things. Even the smallest things, like I was talking about earlier, like a hot meal, hot shower, a good conversation on the phone with your friends, someone acknowledging you, someone thanking you, someone praising you, someone appreciating you, you appreciating yourself, reminding you to appreciate yourself. Do those things, please. Oh my goodness. Lita was assaulted Lita was sexually assaulted and all they did at school was suspended for 2 days. Wow. Sounds like he should have been gone. He should have been gone and somebody should have been there to talk to you and support you and put you first. How about they ask you what you want? How about they do that? What do you feel most comfortable with? Uh-oh. I got to plug in my computer. Okay. I mean, really. Maybe they should have said, what do you feel most comfortable with? But then again, when you go to do that, then you realize it sounds like a stupid question, doesn't it? It sounds like a really stupid question, because what do they think you'd feel most comfortable with? Get him away from me. Get him out of here. Take my feelings into consideration. Learn empathy and learn how to respect and put children first, like Lita. That's what you do. That's what you're supposed to do. Casey says, Chris Peck, you matter and are loved. Absolutely. Absolutely. Kizzy Bug says, Bridget, she's so sorry, you didn't deserve that. Love you so much. Yeah, that's terrible too. Well, I'm happy that you guys, because you know these channels are under a microscope, you know. I'm happy you guys feel comfortable sharing your stories, and you really are sticking your neck out there by coming to my channels and by speaking, are they not? You really are. Not everyone feels comfortable doing that. Not everyone pops in here. Not everyone has been supportive. And you guys put your channels out there, your faces out there, your content, your stories out there for anybody to come and, you know, either get something out of it or possibly use it against you. So you're all very brave, really. I really appreciate everybody in here. Steve says, good night, all, and thanks for the late night stream. Good night, Steve. Thank you so much for popping in. I'll try to do more. I haven't given up on them. I'm still around. And when I'm not doing the streams, you guys have to know I'm watching videos. I'm thinking about video ideas. I'm watching videos. I'm putting videos together. Maybe I'm thinking about doing a Spreaker that I never do, and then I jump up and eventually do a live stream. So, but I'm still around. I'm not going anywhere. Now let me scroll down here. Kyle says, my nephews wanted to say hi to all the internet people out there. Hello, hello, hello. We say hello to your nephews. Big hello, big high five to your nephews. Lita says that school was garbage. Yeah, probably. It sounds like it. Kizzy Bug says, I hope both of you wonderful ladies always remember that what you went through was never your fault. You're both such amazing and strong women. Yeah, absolutely. Right. Yeah, it wasn't their fault. And the fact that no one ever stood up for them and said, no, no more. That's enough, or that's wrong. That's not their fault either. And I agree with Kissy Bug 100%. Bridget says, the person who did it to me was in my family, and only certain friends know what she's been through. Yeah, we thank you for sharing that too, because that must be really hard for you to share, especially since you haven't shared with many people. Oh my goodness. Well, you're so positive. I mean, really. I mean, talk about attitude for gratitude. I mean, you've been through so much. You know, you guys have all been through so much, and you're still so loving and giving towards each other. It didn't break you. You have to acknowledge that. Everyone in the chat, am I wrong by saying I don't think your abuse broke you? You guys didn't allow it to. You're here talking about it, trying to help other people through raising awareness about it. You were never, maybe you felt broken at one time. Maybe you still feel broken. I don't know. Maybe you got through it. Let me know. If you got through it, how did you get through it? How can someone else get through it? Because these are all people on my Twitter that are constantly speaking out against abuse and retweeting things that can help other people, and that are, you know, trying to get their lives together or have their lives together, and finally are doing things for themselves and putting themselves first. Night, Jennifer. Oh, she says, right, Jennifer, right, Roasted. Sorry. I thought you were going to bed. She says, right, Roasted, there's so many strong people in this chat. Oh my gosh. Yeah. You know, when I did the suicide awareness video, can you turn that on, honey? I was reading somewhere, and mind you, based on whatever article you're reading, the statistics might be a little bit different, but it said something about like every 1 in 25 suicides, it gets completed. So for every one person that for every 25 people that try, one person is successful. And a lot of kids have been successfully completing suicide. And then you just hear all these stories of adults have gone through so much, and here they are, and they're still here. And they're still here saying, no, what you did was wrong. And don't put it off on me, honey. So I see a lot of that. And yeah, you guys got to remember your strength. You guys are strong. You aren't going to allow these things to happen to your kids. You aren't going to allow them to happen to you ever again. You see, certain things that you think are wrong, and you speak about it. Not everyone does that. If everyone did that, that would be amazing. People on here find reasons not to speak out about abuse. They find reasons to make fun of the hashtag. They find reasons to do live streams and bully people when it's a waste of time. There could be a lot of immaturity, but then there's a lot of people that are very mature, that are very respectful, responsible, that are so awesome, loving, kind, caring, respectful, and so freaking damn strong. I can't even believe it. Hang on, guys. I want to read some of these things here. Yeah, Lita, your mom just sounds so sick, and it doesn't sound like your mom is ever going to get healthy or get well or make the choice to do that. I don't even know if it's possible with the things that I've heard that she's done to you. Bridget says she did have a drug addiction, though, that she got addicted because of having a uterus infection post-birth. You know what, Bridget, you're doing your best, and everyone has setbacks, and you don't seem to be. You're very self-aware, and you're so awesome, and you're trying to make things right and get things right, and that's a good thing, Kizzy Bug says, for the things she's been through, it was important to always remember that it wasn't your fault, her fault. And thanks for your inspiration, Roasted. Speaking out helps me a lot too. Yeah, you guys speaking helps me. I mean, I go to your videos and I'm like thinking, oh, I could talk about that. Or, oh, Kizzy Bug just reminded me to be grateful again. And I have things to be grateful for. And the channels are helping other people, and that's the purpose for them. And if the majority of the audience never found out what was going on, and I was still able to keep a channel, then I'm thankful for that. I mean, the people that need the material or that are interested in it certainly know how to find their way over here. And the longer the channels are able to stay up, and if they're able to stay up forever, then that option is always there, which is great. Kyle says he's been through the abusive ringer himself, and he sympathizes with everyone who has been abused out there. I agree with you. Yeah, I second that, definitely. So we definitely respect and give our support and our love to anybody who has been through the ringer or has been hurt or abused or who's making positive choices by self-reflecting first to make things better for their lives and their children. That's another thing. That's another thing that the channel's about. If I could make a video and I could say, oh, if I say in this video, don't abuse, it's bad, and here's why. And then people take something away from that and they implement that into their lives. If only one person does that, which I know has happened, then it's a success. Period. The channel was a success a long time ago. Oh my, wow. Creative J says his 10-year-old cousin hung himself recently over bullying. I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah, it's going on too much. It's an epidemic. I don't even know what to say, because I come on YouTube and I see grown adults doing that. I see grown adults laughing and gossiping and talking bad about other people and bullying other people, and I see adults doing it. So I can only imagine that they're probably not telling their kids not to do it because they themselves don't understand how dangerous it is. Or maybe they just don't care. Maybe they just don't care. Or maybe they're incapable of caring because they're a narcissistic abuser who will never change because they've never been asked to change because they have so many people idolizing them and supporting them and watching them and clicking like or giving to their GoFundMe to come to America. You know, they don't have any reason to change. If they're oh so cool and oh so popular and amazing, there's no reason to ever change. But that doesn't mean that we can't speak out and we can't say something and we can't do something about it. Because for every person bullying, there's probably one other person who's staying silent about it. And then you got another person like me who's like, hell no, I don't think so. So let's raise those numbers up maybe and speak out more about it. Oh, wow. Did you see what Bridget put here? I'm not even going to repeat it, but that is terrible. That is a very sick person that told you that, Bridget. And you know that's not true. That is really, really terrible. Talk about abusive. That is really abusive. Kizzybug says, it hurts me so much that your mother was so horrible to you. You didn't deserve it, and you're so strong. On my love to you, my friend. Bridget says that's why she's such a strong advocate against bullying. Oh, that's great. Yeah. So it didn't turn you into a bully. It made you want to fight harder for people that were getting hurt because you knew what it felt like. It sounds that's pretty awesome. That's why I'm so strong, but I'm not bullying because suicide is such a high epidemic. It's so sad. Oh my gosh, I know. People are seems to be committing suicide left and right, you know? And there's not a lot of famous people in comparison to the amount of people that there are out there in the world. But even with the celebrities and musicians, you see this high suicide rate because it affects everybody, you know? And enabling is really bad too, because enabling can lead to suicide as well. And if you have a family member who is withdrawn, or maybe they've been outgoing before, but then you haven't heard from them in a while, or there's more drug usage than usual, or drug usage that's going on. Maybe they have a past history of trauma and abuse of any kind. You're going to be more likely to lead to suicide. And people like that do tend to go towards suicide. That's why we speak out about it and put the phone number up there to raise awareness for it. So be well aware of these things. Be well aware of yourself, your surroundings, your loved ones, your friends, your family, so you know what to do to help people. Because some people just, they go and they don't reach out and they lay down and they commit suicide. And we need to be trying to help those people in advance, if at all possible, by reading any signs that we can that we know of in advance. Jennifer says it's a sad world we live in. A child committing suicide is so heartbreaking. Yes. Yeah. It's no reason. You're just getting your life started. You're a baby. You're young. You're a child. You're innocent. You haven't done anything. You haven't even been able to fall in love. And as this little boy I was speaking about, Jeremy Miles, just discovering who it is in his life that he is attracted to and crushing on at that age that it seems to happen in that time frame, right? For all of us, right? Whether you're 6, whether you're 14, whether you're 10, you are discovering yourself and what you like. And we need to tell our children that you need to judge people, if you are going to judge people, for how they treat you and how they treat other people and how they treat themselves and how kind they are and giving and nice and maybe forgiving. What they do, what they say. and not who they choose to love, and certainly not the skin pigment on the color of the skin pigment, which these things don't make any difference at all. They don't change anything. It's just like when people come over here and they want to do a character attack against me, which I will fully well say, well, okay, if you want to dislike me, that's fine. Now, what about the abuse? And then those same people, they laugh and they run away and laugh at that hashtag, or they never come back and they never address the abuse, which makes no sense, right? Because a character attack against me doesn't change all the money they made on the footage that they've shown that is also alarming. Mind you, the manipulations, bullying, lies, abuse, exploitation. It doesn't change anything. It's the same with bullying a child. If you're a child and you're bullying someone for being different, or if you're an adult for bullying people, or for starting gossip, or for being mean and cruel, it doesn't have so much to do with who they are versus what you're doing and how you're going about it and what you're doing. It doesn't really look bad upon them. I mean, the people bullying a child into killing himself, they look bad. It's so sickening and sad to think that you could just hurt people in that manner. But anyways, I'm going to get going here because I think I might be doing a Spreaker, and I'll get it out by tomorrow. And if you guys know narcissistic abuse or a narcissistic abuser online, or you've been bothered by one or trolled by one like I have, or you're making videos on them like I am, then you're going to want to stay tuned for this Spreaker, because I want to give you some suggestions of things you can do to get out of that false reality that you have no place being in, that you're trying to get dragged into, which will not change the message, will never change the story, and which never changes the quality of who you are, even though they want to. Anyways, I think I've been going on for about an hour. Okay, great. I'm going to head out here. Thank you to everybody who's joined me. Stay tuned for a Spreaker tomorrow. I'm still working on videos, and I appreciate everybody. Make sure to try to find that attitude for gratitude somewhere, because even though all these horrible things may have happened in your life and have happened to these amazing people, you still got to be grateful for something and recognize that you came out awesome somewhere along the way, because you guys are such awesome, giving, loving people. And very powerful, very brave people. So give back to yourself in some manner. And maybe it's just complimenting yourself, or giving yourself a chance, or saying no to somebody for a damn change. Anyways, I'm going to get going. All my love to everybody. Stay tuned for more videos, live streams, and Spreakers. Cassandra's Curse, where all the knowing does no good when nobody will listen. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.